Welcome, mate. How are you?
Pretty good, Uncle Shackle. How are you?
I'm all right. We're here for watching the second what's it called? The second part of Dhurandhar.
The biggest movie coming out of Bollywood this year,
that's
so
right.
yeah, pretty excited about it.
So, look. So I just thought I'll ask you a couple of questions. What's the latest of it?
So the movie's been out for about 2 or 3 days now. I think this is the third day, and on the first day it earned about 150 crores, which is pretty big in India. And again, one of the highest grossing movies on the first day in India, so that's pretty big for a movie like Dhurandhar. And yeah, people are just going to the theaters to watch it, and they just want to get a glimpse of it as fast as
How
soon
many
as
hours
they
is
can.
it? It's 4 hours.
It is 4 hours. So in India, it's about 3 hours and 49 minutes because they cut down about 6 minutes in India in terms of brutality and profanity. But here we're getting everything raw, so it's about 3 hours and 55 minutes, which is going to be pretty good.
3 hours and 55 minutes.
Have you ever sat in the theater for that long?
I have never sat for that long. Okay, so it's a continuation of what we saw
Exactly.
under one. It just ongoing.
goes with it.
So I'm assuming this is going to be a situation where he ends up sitting on the throne, or the chair, or whatever you want to call it.
He's going to be
So
the
look,
king of reality.
we're here at the Hoyt Cinema in Docklands. We'll be going in at 11 o'clock. I'm thinking we'll be coming out at about 4 o'clock.
About 4 o'clock, yes.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited about this. Even though it's 4 hours, I've never ever gone through a movie for that's 4 hours. But look, I'm kind of excited about it. What about you?
I'm pretty excited as well. I mean, it's going to be my first time watching a movie that long in a theater. Probably just watching a movie like that. But yeah, it's going to be pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I just need to time the interval, to be honest.
Yeah. I think that would be. You reckon 1 or 2 intervals?
I reckon it's going to be just one straight around at 2 hour mark or something.
Yeah.
And we just need to rush to the toilets then.
There will be a lot of people rushing to the toilets and stuff now. Yeah. What are your expectations? What do you think? What do you think the story arc is going to be?
Well, I think it needs to lead into a part 3, to be honest. It has to. They have to make a part 3. Part 3 is going to be something amazing if they do it. I mean, it's going to be just for the money now rather than anything else.
Yeah.
But if they do it, it's going to be amazing. I think they're going to leave it a bit open-ended, even if the story closes here for the first 2 parts. I think they might just leave something open in the end so that they can just make a third one if needed. Because this is a multi-crore franchise, to be honest.
Okay.
Anybody
It's
can.
going to be interesting. I hope they don't. Because sometimes when you overstretch it, you lose your way on it.
Yeah, for sure.
Only thing I would think would be more of a Star Wars kind of thing. You
Branch into different directions.
Each of them have their own storylines.
Yeah, for sure.
They can do that. But, I mean, this guy's obviously established himself as a really
Good
phenomenal director.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, wish us luck. We'll come out and give you a
An
verdict
update.
at the end of the show, and we'll tell you what we thought about it.
And we'll see how many twists and turns are there in the movie.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be fun.
For sure, it's going to be fun. All right.
On that lovely note.
Bye-bye. Cheers.
Okay. Well, we watched it.
We sat in the theater for 4 hours.
Indeed, we did. All right.
Do you feel that it was 4 hours or how?
No. I didn't realize it was 4 hours. I'll start with that. I thought it was going to drag, but it didn't. It actually, and the violence was something else. But anyway, let's start off with we watched it.
Yes, we have.
What did you think?
It's pretty amazing.
Okay.
It was amazing.
Okay. What made you like it?
First of all, the violence.
Okay. It was gratuitous. I can
It was
tell you.
amazing.
It was just right out there.
I mean, I saw a few people just covering their faces.
Yeah,
when
well,
something was
including
happening.
me. At certain points, I had to cover it. I was just like, "Whoa, this is right
And
up
I
there."
reckon I was just looking at it and laughing. I mean, how amazing It was.
They didn't mess around with the violence.
No, they didn't. And the story was amazing. The music, it was.
They got some of the music right. Yeah, they
Exactly.
did. Yeah, they did.
It was surprising, to be honest, of how they got one song,
The Rasputin song.
Rasputin
they,
song,
they put the Rasputin song in there.
in the absolute end, and
It was.
credits to them for pulling it off. And then the final twist. I mean, the final twist was the absolute banger.
It was an absolute banger. All right, so let me ask you this: what do you prefer, one or two?
I reckon I consider them as one movie
Yeah.
rather than two separate movies, and it's just pretty much the same. It goes together with it. I cannot like give it a negative review, to be honest. I mean,
Yeah.
it was that good,
Yeah.
and I'll probably be very wrong if I consider it as a bad movie or not even as good as the first one, because it was, if not better, it was as good as the first one.
Yeah.
What did you think about it?
I'm going to look at it from two separate parts because that's how they released it. So for me personally, the arc, the story was, you could kind of see where it was going, but there was a twist in the end.
Yeah.
We'll get to that as a spoiler. I liked one because it was establishing the story and who he was and where it was. We all expected where this was going to go.
For sure.
But I mean, it is equally as good. I would say it's just by a smidgen that that one is personally. I prefer one. It's just a smidgen. It was interesting. The violence was. I thought one was bad with the violence. Or this one, they took it to level freaking 20. I reckon. They
didn't shy away from anything, the profanity, the violence. I mean, everything was there.
The thing is, what you will find interesting is that they have weaved in what has actually been happening. Like the unknown government kind of stories and things like that. And so, yeah, it's quite an interesting. It is quite interesting. I have to say. They weaved it all in nicely.
And
they weaved in some of the true parts of it too.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because when you look at it, most of the things have happened in real, and they have followed the real timeline to show all these things. And it's pretty amazing as to how they pulled it up, because it needs thorough research to just create a story like that. Create a story around all the perfect timeline, just to match down when and how everyone's doing something or the other, and just connect it with one person. Hats off to Aditya for creating something like this, which is pretty amazing. And Bollywood cannot make spy movies like they made before Dhurandhar.
This was. I'll put it this way. This was quite realistic.
It was.
Normally when you see spy movies, like this, it's just over the top,
It's
right?
like Mission Impossible in Dhurandhar.
Or Bond.
Yeah.
This was more realistic. It was gritty. It was brutal. It was at certain points, and you can see sacrifices, right?
Exactly. I mean, how a small asset is sacrificing himself to protect the bigger asset that the Indian government has in Pakistan. I mean, hats off to such courageous heroes that we may never know of.
Yeah, it was more grounded in reality than what you normally see in a normal Western spy thriller. Which, I mean, look, the theater was full. Let me put it this way: it was absolutely chock-a-block. And you know what? There's another session that's about to go in, and it is chock-a-block also. So. Bloody hell! I mean,
it's still. We were in the 11 o'clock show.
Yep.
Now it's just 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock,
and it's still packed.
It's packed. I think the next show is what, 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
And there are people out there waiting to go in, and it's a completely full. So.
I mean, Hoyts is making big money.
Obviously, Hoyts is making a really huge amount of money out of this one. All right. So, final thoughts on your end, mate?
It's an amazing movie. I mean, if Bollywood had showed it back then, now we have Dhurandhar. It is as good as that.
It is a good movie. It is. Look, I'll put it this way. I thought when I watched the first one, I thought 3 hours was going to kill me, but it went through. And
You had the same thoughts for this one for 4 hours.
and then when Anubhav told me this is nearly 4 hours, I said, how the hell am I going to sit through 4 hours when I barely have the attention span nowadays of even 10 minutes? And man, I sat through it. I tell you what, it was quite engrossing. So hats off to them look, it's hard to do it.
Exactly. First of all, the background music was amazing.
You did get the music right, yeah.
It was right on point. It didn't let you go away from the screen for even 1 second. And
No.
the story, the characters, the dialogue, that was so good. You have to pay attention. It was
Indeed, yeah.
They were making us sit there. They were making us stay away from our phones and everything, just by having everything perfectly down there on the screen for us.
And now, for those of you who don't want to have the movie spoiler, this is now where we're going into the depth of it. For you, if you want to go and watch it, this is where I tell you to now.
Bye bye.
But leave the review.
What do you think about the politician Jamil Zaman?
I didn't realize that was the twist, right?
That was the biggest twist.
I did not expect.
Expected that.
I did not expect it. The politician to be the Dhurandhar.
Because you always look at him and you're like, this guy only wants to be in power.
Yeah.
He wants to stay in power. He wants to control everything around him.
Yep.
Don't take him for a person who can be a spy, but that is the best part about it.
Yeah, you will never ever pick him because we're so used to debonair people, right?
Exactly.
Or in West, and then you look at likes of Ranveer, and you think, he get, and there's this fat guy, and he's the real McCoy. He is the
real Dhurandhar. That's why they have named the final chapter Dhurandhar, because it was where it was revealed that the guy is the real Dhurandhar. He has been there for 45 years, and he's into politics.
He's into politics.
The man can be the next PM for Pakistan.
Yeah, that's right. And so it was a bit of a plot twist, and you would come out thinking, oh man, all right. Okay.
And everybody in the theater was screaming and hooting and clapping for that reveal. Everybody absolutely loved it.
There was a lot of hooting going on. There was a lot of hooting going on.
And you don't expect in a theater.
This is normally, I can see this thing making money.
For sure, it is going
absolutely
and it has to, because movies like this, they need to be made more rather than the stupid stuff they have been feeding us for all these years. If anybody's going to remember, Bollywood is now before Dhurandhar and after Dhurandhar, because it's going to change everything for them.
Indeed, I agree. It's just, it's a good movie. 7 hours of total. Well, the bad news for everyone here in Australia is that one was on Netflix, and 2 is God only knows who is going to buy it.
Who's going to buy it?
But in India, it's apparently owned by Jio Hotstar. So Hotstar is owned by Disney, isn't it?
Hotstar was owned by Disney, then they had a merger.
Okay.
Jio Studios and Disney Hotstar.
Right.
So now they are Jio Hotstar.
Might end up this part 2 might end up with Disney Plus in Australia.
We'll see.
I haven't yet watched Dhurandhar on my TV. So I have.
You should. It'll be fun. Go for
it. Is. I have to put. Because of the. All right. So your dad, is he going to watch it?
I think he's going to watch it when he comes back to Australia.
He's not going to watch it back home?
I am not very sure about it.
Yeah.
It depends on the schedule, to be honest.
Your mom didn't want to watch it?
She was shying away from the violence.
I'm not surprised. Because I was like, ooh.
She saw the trailer and she was like, I can't watch it. It's too much gory stuff in it. So I was like, okay, all right.
What about your girlfriend? Is she going to watch it? Did she watch the first one?
Yeah, she did watch the first
Okay, what did she think?
She liked it.
Is she going to watch this one?
Sure, she will.
Are you going to go with her?
Probably. It's going to be 4 hours movie, man.
You had to sacrifice 4 hours of it. Yeah. Anyway, final thoughts?
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. I'm going to give it 5 out of 5.
Okay, no, I'm not going to give it 5 out of 5 because there's always room for improvement, is what I say. But I would give it 4.5 4.6, 4.7 out
If
of
I have
5.
to nitpick, then there was some technical issues in the theater with the sound. I wouldn't blame the makers, so I'll just take 1.1.
Point one. There's nothing to do with it has nothing to do with the production. It's basically the way it's done. To the second half was basically it was slightly out of sync, and the audio is run differently from the what's it called, the movie itself. So there was it was a touch out of sync. But look,
Just for a few minutes.
just for a few here and there it was. So anyway, look.
I mean, half of the audience wouldn't have even noticed that, to be
They were
honest.
just hooting, clapping.
They were just enjoying the movie. They were just enjoying the brutality.
Jesus, there was the violence was insane. I mean, like, there's so many times, like, I can handle violence, but Jesus, some of this was just like, it was insane. It was not a joke. The fact that they were using this guy's head to play football.
Actually, that happened in the real life, so
They
not
were
far away from reality.
they actually beheaded a guy and was using his head as football.
Yep, that happened.
And it was like, what? It was like, oh my god.
But that was fun. That was a fun for us, to be honest.
Anyway, all right. 4 hours.
Do it.
I mean, next time I'm going to watch it will be at my house, and I'll probably just break it in.
You'll watch it like a Netflix series.
Yeah, that's
with
right.
the chapters coming in and
Do you reckon they're going to make an offshoot on this?
I mean, I think they left the movie a bit open ended.
They
Like
did.
I said, like he was right there, bang in the middle.
So I reckon there will be a storyline on the politician.
Ha,
Right?
probably
There will be a storyline on the politician. Don't forget that his driver
Rizwan, the
Rizwan.
other spy.
is also a
He's
spy.
also there.
Is also there. So I reckon there is enough for it to room to move it out.
Yep, exactly. I mean, there's so many things happening between India and Pakistan that they can always make movies out of it.
This
all
guy
the
has
time.
established himself. I'm not joking. This guy
mean-
he's absolutely changed the whole narrative on how to make movies.
Exactly. Aditya has made 3 movies. I mean, basically 2 because Dhurandhar 1 and 2 were shot together.
Yeah.
So he has made 2 movies.
Uri,
and-
370.
He didn't make 370. He produced it. Somebody
did
else
he?
directed it.
Okay.
But it was, I think, written and produced by Aditya.
Okay.
So he has directed 2 movies. I'll correct myself and say he has directed 2 movies, Uri and Dhurandhar, and they both.
Well, he's
Like,
got
kick
and
it
make sure he had his wife in it too.
Oh yeah, she was there.
In this one too, she was the
a
nurse.
spy.
She was a nurse.
She was a spy.
She was
I
also
mean, they can easily connect Uri or probably 370 with this one because a spy. She was a spy there. She's a spy here. Probably. I mean, they can go anywhere from.
This is going to be interesting to watch. I think he can take a break now for the next 4 years because he's made his money.
He can probably retire now.
He can call it quits now.
He has made
Jesus.
heaps and heaps of money.
I mean, this movie made 150 crores. Now,
Yeah, around about that on the
that's
first
let
day.
me put it this way: in Australian dollars, 100 crores, $15 million. So it's already made 22 million in day one. $22 million in day one, and
This is going to go above and beyond for now. That's what is going to happen.
all right. On that lovely note, we're going to call it quits, and we'll see you next time.